Hello everybody, welcome to another Tuesday live stream. I'm Brian, also known as UKGN Zoidberg, and hope you all are doing incredibly well. Welcome to Carl and Tara Ken, who are already in the chat. Hope you're having a great day. The game that I'm going to be playing today is going to be a little bit of Gobliiins, which is a game that has pretty much escaped me most of my life, I'm not going to lie. And the only reason that I opted to play this is because apparently a Gobliiins collection came out on modern consoles last week, and I was tempted to buy it, but then I thought to myself, well, I've not really played the original, so maybe I should just play the original. So that's what I'm doing. Before we get on with some things, though, I want to do one thing. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know whether you are aware or not, but there is this gaming convention called Timeless that I've been attending for the last 3 years. There's a video on the main page of our YouTube channel all about last year's, but here we go. I have been accepted once again to be a official creator at this year's event in August. If you are in any way able to get to Liverpool around the 12th of August, I would highly recommend going and hanging out. It's a fantastic place to be for gamers and retro gamers alike. I will be there. And if you are interested in going, head to timeless.co.uk and use the code that you can see there, Zoidberg26, to get 15% off tickets. I'm really looking forward to going, and if anybody watching this decides to go as well, I'll be happy to see you there, and I'll be happy to chat about anything to do with the Amiga. Shall we just get on with playing some Gobliiins then, shall we? Where are we? Number 2. We pressed to bring that up. Yes, there we go. Liverpool is a little bit far from New Zealand. Well, yeah, I would imagine it is. Right, so here we go. This is Gobliiins. 3 eyes in the title because there are 3 goblins that you control. I believe that was the reason. So you have these 3 different goblins who all have 3 different abilities. You can click on the thing down the bottom as to which one you're controlling. And basically, as far as I'm aware, the game is very much just a click on stuff and see what happens kind of game. So I'm trying to punch this gate, see what happens. Okay. So I believe the guy with the beard I'm not sure what the different abilities the different characters are, to be honest. This is the Amiga version that I am playing, yes. So no, I need the other guy. No game sound, really? There should be. It was definitely okay. It was definitely on. For some reason it switched itself off without me pressing anything. Oh no, what's going on now? There we go. Right. Back to the game. Oh, okay. Right, he can pick up items. I've got the horn. Okay. I've always thought that this is more of a puzzle game than an adventure game. Was my understanding. Because I remember other people on the Amiga Action team reviewing this one, and me just kind of looking at it and not having that much interest. I'm not gonna lie. No. All he can do, all he seems to be able to do is hit himself on the head with it. The abilities of your three aren't really obvious, but failure results in Looney Tune-esque violence that doesn't kill your goblins, so it's not a big deal if you choose the wrong guy. Excellent. Maybe this guy can do something. Oh dear. What's going on there? Okay. Right, so he needs to punch that to get the horn to fall down. No, it's not him. Okay.
Got a drink?
I'm all right, thanks.
Sure you don't have one? Just the entire time you stream and join.
I don't need one right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Right. What else can I do? You can use magic on stuff. Maybe use magic on the stick. Oh, there we go. Is that it? That's all fairly simple then. Right, okay. Can you not pick up the apples? At least the apples do respawn, so that's a good thing. Well, nobody else is going to be able to do anything. The only other thing that I think I know I can do is use magic. What's that do? Oh, hello. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Oh, okay, so he fell off. Right. Let's try that one. Okay. Who's the guy? So picked up a big apple. Azalea, I'm saying good morning from the US. Welcome into the chat. What can I do? Can I do? No. I mean, I must say the cartoon graphics are very nice on this. Do I have to drop it up here, maybe? No. Believe it. Seems to me like I'm supposed to trying to use these big apples to fill that hole. Okay. You actually have to use them, right? Okay. Right, as opposed to drop them. Oh, put the apple down. I think. Who's the one that can punch? Come on, punch that apple, please. I need to get rid of that apple somehow. Right. Why are you not punching the apple? Punch the apple. See, this was always why the game didn't really look appealing to me when I was back in the day. Is that far too much trial and error and nothing obvious telling you what you can and can't click on. Put it down then. How do I get rid of this apple? I want. No. Maybe I'm just using the wrong apple. Yeah, please feel free to give me hints in the comments. Because I say I have never played this game before. So this is my first experience of playing Gobliiins. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing that it's dependent on which apple you're picking up. So I'm going to try this one instead. If I just hit upon, actually, I've just hit upon the solution, is it? Okay. Hey, right. So now I'm guessing I need to just collect the pickaxe and hit that where that glint is in the top corner. Oh, there we go. End of level. And I'm back here again. Okay. That's give me a level code. I'm pretty sure I can find. I'll probably be able to find those online, won't I? So I don't need that. Okay. Maybe using my magic on that is probably a better idea. No. Does seem to be a very strange absence of music. I think music would probably enhance this a little bit more. He's not happy. Okay. This just seems to be all that I can actually do here. So let's pick up one of these. Why won't you come down the ladder? Come on, walk. What are you doing? Why is nothing happening? No, what are you dropping it for? So you've literally got one goblin who's like the violent one who punches and everything. You've got a guy who can carry stuff, and then a guy who does magic. Is that it? Is that who they are? Maybe I should just try casting spells on things. Okay. Right, so I'm guessing I need to get this guy over here to punch that book off. Where's... Dennis, welcome into the chat. Never played this back in the day, so he's exactly the same as me. I would have to agree, Azalea. The console release of this trilogy does seem like it's the wrong audience. It should have just been a Steam release. Oh, that worked. Okay. Can he pick up the book? No, he probably can't, can he? It's not on the arcade archives system. No, it is literally. If you go to the Xbox store, it is a Gobliiins collection that is on there. Which has got all 5 Gobliiins games on it. You love how you know GOG already has the first 3 on PC. Well, yeah, that's correct. Absolutely, thank you for that. I can change Goblin with space. That is a little bit easier for me. Right. No, not him. Oh, apparently the book is a ladder. Okay. I honestly don't see how this game would work on a console, because with it being a point and click interface. Ooh. Is that the way out then? It is. Well, the wizard has asked us to bring back from the depths of the earth. I didn't get a chance to read all that because it was on screen for far too short an amount of time. That is a mask. Okay. Okay. Anyone tried the collection I can get on consoles? Is it worth a buy? Well, I didn't see the point of buying it personally, because mainly because I've never played the original. So I just thought, seeing as I have access to the original, I might as well. What's going on there? Yeah, seeing as I have access to the original, I might as well play that. Right, and save myself 20 quid. Okay. I don't know about a sixth, but the collection has got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on it. When I honestly didn't know that there was more than 3. But then that's because I think 4 and 5 didn't come out or came out long after the Amiga had passed on. Just discovered a Gobliiins 6 that came out on Steam that came out this year. Well, I never. But this is definitely, it's a game that's definitely far more suited to the PC market than the console market. So maybe the fact that they've made the 6th is the reason why they've also then released the collection. What the hell? Make Paul, welcome into the chat. Never played this one, don't think I heard of it either. Well, the only reason that I heard of it is because when I was writing for Amiga Action, somebody else in the office played it, and so therefore I did notice that 2 sequels came out as well, because I used to read the magazines every month. So what the hell do you do with that coffin in the top left? Okay. Maybe cast a spell on it? I don't know. They weren't happy with me for doing that. The game would definitely be helped by some kind of on-screen notification telling you that you can click on something. Just something like a little highlighter, or even a word appearing on screen to tell you. I mean, maybe that's something that the sequels did. Wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I never played those either. That's the wrong goblin. The guy with the horns on his head. He needs to come up here. Glenn P. Well, welcome into the chat, saying you had this game back in the day. Always a game that you like the idea of more than the execution. Yeah, I can get that. Seems like a good alternative to point-and-click games, but it was really just frustrating to play. Well, because of the single-screen nature of it, I think I always thought of it more of a puzzle game than an adventure game. Okay. If somebody stood on... Right. So does he need to go and pick up the mask and then wear the mask? Looks like a frustrating game. Yes. Definitely. Okay. Maybe he can cast a spell on that. What the hell happened there? Right, I think I get it. So, where's the guy? He's the guy who can pick stuff up. So if he picks up the mask, because I'm obviously going to need that mask later, because it took a little while from casting the spell on that thing before the monster actually appeared, didn't it? Terrakay, you are too good to me. You just gifted 10 more memberships to people. This is just incredible. Thank you. But so yeah, so I think because it takes so long for that creature to come out of the coffin, the idea is to cast the spell on the ornament above it, and then move so that this guy is stood on the tongue, so that the other two goblins are stood on the tongue and can be lifted up out of the way. I'm guessing that's what I'm supposed to be doing here. No, you can't move. You can't move two goblins at the same time. That's a little bit annoying, really, isn't it? That makes the game take a little bit longer than perhaps it should. All of these people have just been gifted memberships, by the way. One of the main perk that you'll be getting from that is the ability to watch my videos early. So that will include this Friday's episode of the re-review that should be up tomorrow, or assuming that there's no problems with the editing. But then also the third part of my top 100 countdown will be available on Sunday for members, but next Monday for everyone else. And the next part of that top 100 will, of course, be counting down the numbers 40 to 11, leaving the top 10 to have a video all of its own. Hurry up, come on. Yeah, Death Swede reacts. Yes, there is no music. It does seem like a very odd decision. Something as simple as having a little bit of background music. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but just having a little bit of background music would have made all the difference. I'm hoping that this is the correct thing to do. Scared him off. Yay. And is that creature now going back to the coffin? Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Terraken. I'm glad you are enjoying the top 100. I've been enjoying putting it together. I'm as surprised by some of the positions as other people. When it gets to the final part, I'll probably delve a little bit more into some of the stats from the whole top 100, as well as a little bit of insight into how I made the list. Ooh, spiders. Okay. Okay. Do I play any newer games on PC? I do try to play as many games as I can, or like both new and old. So yeah, I do. The PC market, I'm probably not as up on as console market. I will admit. I mean, there's certainly a big market of point and click adventure games that I probably should try and catch up on at some point. It's whether I have the time to do so is the problem. Yay. How do you get him to drop down then? It's very much trial and error, isn't it? There doesn't seem to be a lot of logic behind any of it. No, no. Where did you pick up the pillow? That's not what I clicked on. No, I want to pick up the potion. There we go. Okay, so that's actually 2 of the items that I need to be buying. Need to be picking up. Okay. It's bizarre. Right, who's the guy that can pick stuff up? It's him, isn't it? So yeah. Let's see what is this bag? Seeds. Okay. Well, that definitely looks like ground where seeds can be used. So let's do that. Is that it? Do I have to put more seeds in the ground? Okay. It sounds like he is farting when he walks. Yep, that's quite right. It does. What's the worst gaming console buy that I have made? Yours is the CD32. I never owned a CD32 back in the day. I did, however, get a CD-ROM drive that I could use on the A1200 that allowed me to play CD32 games without having to buy the console. So that's why I was able to get games like Roadkill and Guardian, and unfortunately Microcosm. There we go. But in terms of the worst console that I've ever bought, quite possibly the PS5. Not gonna lie. So apart from apart from a couple of games, there's very little reason to own one. I mean, Returnal, Saros, Gran Turismo 7, Astrobot, that's about it. Why won't it let me pick up the plant? Yeah, I was quite pleased when I discovered that I could get a CD-ROM drive that way, because it meant that I didn't have to go out and buy the CD32, because the CD32 did not get the support that it deserved, ultimately. Oh, wizards appeared. Now what? Is it just a simple case of click on the wizard? I mean, I think there are already more exclusive games that make a compelling reason to own a Switch 2 after a year than there are on the PS5 after 6 years. Off to the dungeon. Oh dear. Can I punch the skeleton? No. The only game that the PS5 has that you'd want is Astrobot. Well, Astrobot is a fantastic game, I'm not going to lie. As I said, Astrobot, Saros, Returnal, and Gran Turismo 7, possibly Helldivers, are the games that are worth getting on PS5. Helldivers is, of course, available on the PC, though, as is Returnal. Ooh. Well, using a flute on a snake seems like a good idea. Well, yeah, for the last couple of months, I've not been able to get on to the Switch 2 because my partner's been playing Pacopia. Oh dear. The new Yoshi game, I'm a little bit disappointed in, and I didn't really like Kirby Air Riders either. But I have pre-ordered the new Star Fox, and I will be getting the new Splatoon in July. And what's good about the Star Fox and Splatoon is that they're only 40 quid as opposed to 60, 70. But I do currently play on the Xbox every day. So the Xbox is like my number one console right now. Can he punch that? Well, that wasn't a very good idea, was it? Well, when I turned on my PS5 to play Saros, when that came out in April, that was probably the first time that I'd turned my PS5 on since January. But the Amiga 1200 is my favourite gaming system of all time, as you are probably aware if you've been watching this channel for quite a while now. Where are you going? No, where are you going? You're supposed to climb up the snake. Okay, so who has to stand there? Is it him? Hey. Paul, welcome into the chat, saying hello. This is a fantastic surprise after seeing that the collection was out. You can forgive my Spectrum days. Spectrum was my first Well, no, it wasn't my first. My first games console was the Atari 2600 that my dad bought, and he then got me a ZX Spectrum Plus, and so the Spectrum was what I then played throughout the 80s. Before I then went to an Atari ST and then an Amiga, and then from the Amiga I went to the SNES and the PlayStation. My path was exactly the same as yours. Well, that's a happy coincidence. Okay, what the hell is that? What's going on there? What the hell? Am I stuck in a loop now? You remember buying your Atari ST at Dixon's and about a week later you took it back and swapped it for the 800? I can't say I was that bad. I did own an Atari ST for quite a long time. A couple of years at least. And I loved playing games like Star Wars on it and Super Sprint, Summer Olympiad. Because my friends had an Atari ST each as well, but they were using them. They were using them more for the MIDI capabilities and making music. But I bought my Amiga 500 shortly after getting my first job on Games X magazine. So I had an Atari ST when I started, bought an Amiga, and then about a year later I moved on to writing for Amiga Action magazine. So I don't seem to be able to do anything. It's not letting me click on anything. Right, so game over. Do I have level codes? Let's check the Lemon Amiga website. See if I can get level codes and just enter a code and start from there. Seems like a bit of a waste. Level codes, here we go. So I see. Exit. Right, whatever. As you can see, I am using Amiga Game Selector. which is the best way to play Amiga games on the PC right now. Well, not certainly the best and easiest. You loved Amiga Action. We were really spoilt for magazine choices back in the day. Yes, we were. I mean, even though I wrote for Amiga Action, I think Amiga Power was still my favourite. And that was always the standard of writing that I aspired to. Dennis saying you started with a Commodore 64 with a cassette in 1986. But the episode of Amiga re-review that I'm making for this Friday is actually looking back at one of the most infamous reviews that Amiga Power ever did. I mean, I know there were quite a few. Amiga Power, the one Amiga, and Amiga format were the other go-to mags after Action. See, yeah, there was so many. I mean, even today, you have Amiga Addict, Zap Amiga, or Amiga Future that you could be reading. So how do you enter a level code? Let's see if I can read the manual. As is normal for a manual to an Amiga game, there's very little information in this manual that is actually helpful. Spacebar does that. Nothing seems to actually work in terms. Oh, F9 is quit. Yeah, I know that. Arya Stark, hello, welcome into the chat. Hope you're having a good day. Real magazines in the worst game that I ever bought with my own pocket money. Crazy Cars 2. Very, very easy question to answer. Right, how do you enter a code? This is the protection test, but how do you enter a level code? See, I would have answered Rise of the Robots had I bought Rise of the Robots, but I never did. But yeah, Crazy Cars 3 is a very easy. No, sorry, Crazy Cars 2 is a very easy choice for the worst game I ever bought. Truly, truly awful game. See, it gives me the code in the bottom left-hand corner there. So how on earth do you enter a code? I've tried pressing all the F keys. Escape brings up the load or exit. Code. Ah, there we go. So the load is by typing in a code. is level codes, right? Okay. There we go. Why do they make things so difficult? Right. So ICVG, CGT. And where's that loading me into? Yep. That's the issue with magazines back in the day, really, isn't it? The fact that you didn't ever get to see a game in motion. You'd only ever get screenshots. It was a lot easier for developers to pull the wool over people's eyes. At least these days you do get to watch a trailer for something. Sorry, just had to sort something out on. I just received a message on Discord. So. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, there was a video magazine called Click. A lot of magazines did start to come out that in the CD era that would have videos of games on the cover discs. Yeah, I was. I remember getting the official PlayStation magazine quite a lot, and anytime there was anytime that it said that there was a demo of a game on there and it turned out to be just a movie, I was very disappointed. Okay. You see, everyone keeps going on about this demo of Colonial Marines, and I honestly never saw any footage of the game before I bought it. No, I never saw any trailers. All I saw was a couple of screenshots of the magazine and the fact that it was an Aliens game, so I went out and bought it. And I really enjoyed it. And the game only crashed. I had one issue where I had to reload a checkpoint, and one issue where there was a gun turret that you couldn't see. And those were the only two issues I had throughout my entire playthrough of the game. What are you doing with that sock? Right. Okay. Do I have to use that windsock to catch the butterfly? Oh, God. Oh, dear. No, okay. Okay. Oh, you... okay. Where is it? I have caught a bird. I'm back here again. No. Does seem like very much a product of its time, this game, doesn't it? I think if they made this game today, they would definitely put some they would definitely put some background music on it, and that would enhance it greatly, because the animation is pretty good. Even if some of the puzzles are a little bit weird. I mean, I can't honestly say that I'm enjoying playing this game, but I am at least enjoying the chat from the from the people talking about it. I think 2 and 3 had background music. Well, let's hope so. Of course, tickling a skeleton will make a key drop. That scream reminds you of Rick Dangerous, but yeah, the Rick Dangerous scream is iconic. The game made quite a hype back in the day. I believe it. Well, as I say, there weren't that many people I knew who had heard of it. And the only reason that I heard of it was, as I say, because somebody else in the Amiga Action office was playing it, and in order to review it. Let's see what the reviews actually said, shall we? So in terms of the reviews, this got 63% in the One, 80% in CU Amiga, 79% in Amiga Power, and then 81% in both Amiga Action and Amiga Format. So not spectacular reviews. But not terrible either. Why are you not going to pick it up? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. There we go, fly swatter. Okay, maybe I need. Right. Seeing as he's not going to pick that up. I mean, back in the Amiga magazine days, the only magazine that ever really seemed to use the full 100% scale was Amiga Power. Every other magazine would tend to only use 50 or above, unless a game was truly awful. At least initially. So 70 to 80% was a good, not great game. But the fact that Amiga Power themselves gave it 79 tells you that it was better than most. We have a voodoo doll. because Amiga Action, Amiga Power used to be pretty scathing with a lot of their reviews. They would quite regularly go below 40, sometimes even below 20. Especially if it was Team 17. Are you suggesting that they had some kind of vendetta? Yes, please. Don't mind.
Drop a Kit Kat.
Well, sounds like Terra K, you are going to enjoy this Friday's episode of the re-review then, or rather, the one that you'll be able to watch tomorrow because you're a member. Okay, why's the screen gone black? Okay. Okay. I mean, I always had a soft spot for Team 17, and I also quite liked Amiga Power, so I didn't really take a side. in their feud. Oh dear. Imagine Simon the Sorcerer without background music. Yeah. Not worth considering. I seem to wait for that bird to fly off. Okay. What are you doing? No, stop. Right. Ah, it makes him invisible. Right, okay. No. Ugh. Okay.
She never shuts the gate, Poppy.
I know, she can't.
She can.
Just wait for the bird to fly off again. There we go. Right, here we go. So where should I use the elixir? Come on, move. Why is he not? Damn it! Right, well, I honestly think that this is where I'm going to end today's stream because I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated with it. I'm also getting a bit hungry, so I need to get myself some lunch. But yes, that's the original Gobliiins on the Amiga. There is a Gobliiins collection that has just come out on modern consoles, which is the reason why I'm playing this today. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much to Terraken for once again gifting all those memberships to people. I'm honestly blown away by it every time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all those people who are now members. All those people who are now members, you will be able to watch the brand new episode of Amiga Re-Review, which I am going to get onto editing this afternoon. And that should be uploaded tomorrow. It will be available for non-members on Friday at noon at the usual time. But all members will be able to watch it as soon as it is uploaded, which hopefully will be tomorrow afternoon. And then don't forget that next Monday we have part 3 of my countdown of the best Amiga games ever, chosen by me and no one else. The first 2 parts seem to have gone down quite well. Hopefully you'll come back and watch part 3 and be equally happy with my choices. So thank you very much for watching this live stream. I'll be back next Tuesday playing something else. If you want to check out the schedule, that is visible on the YouTube channel right now. I think next week is something for the World Cup, isn't it? I think I've put down Sensible World of Soccer, but I might actually change that to Player Manager instead. I will decide on the day. Either way, it's going to be a little bit of football for you. So hopefully you'll come back and watch me play that next Tuesday. And until then, happy Retrogaming, everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy all the videos that we post. And I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.